It's the biggest political blockbuster. You're watching Times Now. In just 2 hours from now, Times Now will bring you the only interview that matters this election season, a no-holds-barred, in-depth interaction where Prime Minister Modi has not shied away from answering any of the questions. One of the key poll issues this election season, viewers, is on reservation. Here's a snippet of what PM Modi has had to say on the dangers of opposition's Muslim quota call.
आप जब इस बार ये कह रहे हैं बार बार कि मोदी मर जाएगा लेकिन धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण नहीं आने देगा, ये बड़ी स्ट्रांग लाइन है। और हमने पाठशाला में दिखाया था कि आप ये आज से नहीं कह रहे हैं, आपने गुजरात के सीएम रहते हुए भी ये चीज जग जाहिर की थी। आपको क्या खतरा दिखता है अगर धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण आए या मुसलमानों को आरक्षण मिल जाए?
इसमें मोदी मुद्दा ही नहीं है। जिस समय संविधान बन रहा था, देश के गणमान्य लोग संविधान सभा में बैठे थे।
That interview is coming up in just a bit at 9 p.m. It'll be a simulcast. You can watch that on Times Now and Times Now Now Bharat. Navika Kumar Sushant Sinha in interaction with Prime Minister Modi. Fierce, frank, candid, combative. The interview has a range of emotions. The Prime Minister also got teary-eyed on a couple of questions. And look, who wants you to watch that interview? It's a reminder from Prime Minister himself. He says, sat down with Navika Kumar and Sushant Sinha to discuss a wide range of issues. Elections naturally figured prominently in the discussions. But viewers, there's also a lot more, says the Prime Minister. And so have we promised. So don't miss this at 9 p.m. Let's quickly open this up. Sanju Verma, National Spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Karan Verma, author, analyst Shyam Prasad Mekha, Congress leader, and Mr. Vivek Silas of the Samajwadi Party completes the panel. Gentlemen, good evening. Vivek ji, what do you make of the teasers, the promos you've seen so far?
Well, Pranesh, first of all, very good evening to you. You know, as far as the Honorable Prime Minister is concerned, I would like to say that he started his journey in the first phase of election saying Muslim League, then he came to mutton, then he came to machli, then he came to Mangal Soot, then he came to buffaloes, bhans, then he came to Pakistan. So these issues are not going to work in India at all, not at all. This is going negative for the Bharatiya Janata Party, what the Prime Minister is trying to do. Because if you say कि आपका मंगलसूत्र छीन लेंगे, आपका घर नीलाम कर देंगे, आपका सोना बिकवा देंगे, तो who's going to believe that? No one is going to believe that. कभी वो भैंस की बात करते हैं कि अगर आपके पास 2 भैंस होगी तो एक भैंस खोल के आपकी ले जाएंगे. मतलब this is something very, it's incredibly,
No, I can understand, sir. I can sense the discomfort that you have because आपकी तो ally है कांग्रेस और उनके मैनिफेस्टो में है वेल्थ रिडिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, उसी पे प्रधानमंत्री का प्रहार है. बट ये सवाल हमने उनसे डायरेक्ट पूछा है कि ऑपोजिशन ये कहती है कि आप इलेक्शन में हिंदू मुस्लिम कर रहे हैं. देखिए उन्होंने क्या कहा. संजू वर्मा इज ऑल्सो विथ अस. गुड इवनिंग, थैंक यू फॉर जॉइनिंग अस. मैम, लेट्स क्विकली प्ले आउट अ स्मॉल एक्सर्प्ट ऑफ व्हाट्स कमिंग अप.
आप जब इस बार ये कह रहे हैं बार बार कि मोदी मर जाएगा लेकिन धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण नहीं आने देगा, ये बड़ी स्ट्रांग लाइन है। और हमने पाठशाला में दिखाया था कि आप ये आज से नहीं कह रहे हैं, आपने गुजरात के सीएम रहते हुए भी ये चीज जग जाहिर की थी। आपको क्या खतरा दिखता है अगर धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण आए या मुसलमानों को आरक्षण मिल जाए?
इसमें मोदी मुद्दा ही नहीं है। जिस समय संविधान बन रहा था, देश के गणमान्य लोग संविधान सभा में बैठे थे।
Why should there be reservations on basis of religion? So watch the full interview at 9 p.m. But Sanju Verma, the opposition says that the discourse has been polarized and this is a deliberate attempt by the Prime Minister to get votes.
You know, Pranesh, first and foremost, I think your 9 p.m. interview on your channel with Prime Minister Narendra Modi is something that is going to be hugely watched because from the snippets I can make out the Prime Minister has been in a no-holds-barred vintage Modi mode. But coming to your specific question, look, way back in 1992, the Supreme Court clearly said that while Article 16 and 16A of the Indian Constitution say that reservation should be given, reservation should not be given on the basis of religion, point number one. Subsequently, in various judgments in 1997, 2007, 2011, 2013, even as recently as 2021, the Supreme Court rejected any reservation on the basis of religion. Point number three, way back in 2005, in undivided Andhra Pradesh, the Congress was in power in the center. Manmohan Singh / Sonia Gandhi's kitchen cabinet was ruling India in 2005. And even in Andhra Pradesh, then you had Rajashekara Reddy of the Congress, who was the chief minister. And they gave quota within quota to Muslims. In 2007, again, it was the Congress which was in power at the center, and DMK's N. Karunanidhi was the chief minister of Tamil Nadu. And that time, they gave quota within quota to Muslims in Tamil Nadu. Now, my limited point is this. If the cake is fixed, if the cake is not expanding, then if you are going to give quota within quota to Muslims on the basis of the fact that they are Muslims and not because they are backward caste, then you are obviously doing it at the expense of Dalits, at the expense of Adivasis, and at the expense of OBCs. My fourth and most important point is this. प्रधानमंत्री ने ये कहा है कि अमर अकबर एंथनी तीनों को रिजर्वेशन मिलनी चाहिए, बट अमर को इस बेसिस पे नहीं मिलेगी बिकॉज ही इज अ हिंदू, बट बिकॉज ही इज अ बैकवर्ड. एंथनी को इस बेसिस पे रिजर्वेशन नहीं मिलनी चाहिए दैट ही इज अ क्रिश्चियन, बट बिकॉज ही इज बैकवर्ड. अब्दुल को इस बेसिस पर रिजर्वेशन नहीं मिलनी चाहिए दैट he is a Muslim, but because he is backward. I think that is the distinction which the opposition is not willing to take cognizance of. I want to ask you one thing. Jamia Millia Islamia University and Aligarh Muslim University. Aligarh Muslim University is largely funded by the central government. Jamia Millia Islamia, Pradesh, you will be surprised to know, is 100% funded by the union government, currently by the Modi government. मुझे बताइए, जामिया मिलिया में और अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी में, why is it that despite receiving funds from the central government, आप मुसलमानों को तो रिजर्वेशन देते हैं?
Let's put that question to Mr. Meka. Mr. Meka, the charge is political expediency.
Pranesh, I don't know where we are going. What was the discussion about? The discussion is about the Prime Minister's interview. Now, you asked something, our friend Sanju was talking about something, and then you picked a tangent out of it and putting a question to me. Okay, now...
No, sir. I'll pick whatever you want picked. You tell me, sir. I'll cherry pick for you. आप बताइए कौन सा? No. I don't want you to be naraz on the show, sir. You tell me. No. Don't be upset. You tell me. What should I ask you, sir? बताइए.
No. Why should I? Why should
No.
I
You can tell me. You can tell me. It's okay, Mr. Meka. If you've come, if you come prepared with an answer, you let me know. I'll ask you that question. It's okay.
That's not how it goes.
Okay.
So now, let me tell you. According to the Constitution, the minority groups have the right to form and operate their own educational institutions, and that's what is happening. Why are we making it an issue? Yes, if we have an issue, we will talk about it in the parliament. Instead, whenever the election comes, we want to make it an issue, try to rake it up as if some injustice is happening to somebody. That's the BJP's way of politics, not our politics. Now, as we said very clearly, the next step is Prime Minister is going to cry. We told it a week ago. He's going to do that.
What is this?
Why are you surprised?
No, Mr. Meka, look, I think, you haven't seen the interview, sir. If someone gets emotional while talking about a subject, he was speaking about Kashi, which is his constituency. The question was, and we can play that chunk. We have that chunk. You'll get a sense of what the question.
I'll watch at 9 p.m.
That 9 p.m. you'll watch the answer. But, we can have an excerpt so that you get a sense. Why are you now, trivializing this issue? He's saying that the amount of respect and love that I've got in Kashi, and then while he was saying this, he broke down.
Pranesh, please, may I rebut? This can't be a
we
monologue
almost
by
expected
the
it.
Congress.
We expected it. We told you a week ago that he is going to cry next.
Okay.
Oh my God, look at the kind of statement by this man.
No,
Can I please?
but he's also said that the opposition is losing. You expected him to say this. Will this happen? Sanju Verma?
Pranesh, tell me one thing. You know, this entire charge that Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi is election ko polarize kar rahe hain. I want to ask the Congress party. Very recently, barely a few days back, we had Ram Navami. What did Mamata Banerjee say? She's a part of the dot alliance, though Mamata Banerjee has not given even a single seat to the Congress in West Bengal, be that as it may. What did she say? राम नवमी के दिन में ये जो हिंदू लोग हैं ना, ये जय श्री राम बोलते हैं और दंगाबाजी करते हैं. इनको दंगाबाजी करने दो. Let them sloganeer on this one day. That is all that these दंगाबाजी people can do. मतलब बंगाल में यदि आप भगवा पहन के, रुद्राक्ष पहन के जय श्री राम बोलेंगे, भगवान राम का नाम लेंगे, हनुमान जयंती मनाएंगे, दुर्गा पूजा मनाएंगे, you will be called दंगाबाज. बट यदि ममता बनर्जी गोल टोपी पहन के, ये अबाया पहन के 5 बार आजान पढ़ेंगी, शी विल बी कॉल्ड सेक्युलर. आपके अखिलेश यादव, you know, रमजान की ईद के दौरान, रमजान के दौरान इफ्तारी एंजॉय करेंगे. बट द सेम योगी आदित्यनाथ, when he goes to भव्य राम मंदिर और वो पूजा अर्चना करते हैं wearing his trademark भगवा क्लोथ्स, आप कहेंगे अरे योगी आदित्यनाथ तो कम्युनल है. मतलब आपके लिए 82% ऑफ द हिंदू पॉपुलेशन वो अपनी आस्था जब जब दिखाएगी, आप हिंदुओं को डीमोनाइज करोगे, उनकी क्रेडिबिलिटी को अंडरमाइन करोगे. You have a visceral hatred not only for Narendra Modi, you have a visceral hatred for Ram Bhakts, you have a visceral hatred for Sanatan Dharma, you have a visceral hatred for Hinduism. And just in 20 seconds, Paresh, let me tell you, ये जो सेक्युलरिज्म का भाषण बीजेपी को देते हैं ना, this is the same Narendra Modi who went to Indonesia and visited the Grand Istiklal Mosque in 2016. This is the same Narendra Modi who visited in 2021 the Pope at the Vatican. This is the same Narendra Modi who last year visited the Al-Hakim Mosque in Egypt. This is the same Narendra Modi who from the ramparts of the Red Fort celebrated the 400th anniversary of Guru Tegh Bahadur. इसलिए secularism का भाषण,
and all this comes up in the interview. You can watch it. But here's an expert. Karan Verma is also with us. Vivek ji is back. Karan, good evening. Just coming to you. Let's quickly play out an excerpt of what's coming up at 9 p.m.
आप जब इस बार ये कह रहे हैं बार बार कि मोदी मर जाएगा लेकिन धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण नहीं आने देगा, ये बड़ी स्ट्रांग लाइन है. और हमने पाठशाला में दिखाया था कि आप ये आज से नहीं कह रहे हैं. आपने गुजरात के सीएम रहते हुए भी ये चीज जग जाहिर की थी. आपको क्या खतरा दिखता है अगर धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण आए या मुसलमानों को आरक्षण मिल जाए?
इसमें मोदी मुद्दा ही नहीं है. जिस समय संविधान बन रहा था, देश के गणमान्य लोग संविधान सभा में बैठे थे.
आप जब इस बार ये कह रहे हैं बार बार कि मोदी मर जाएगा लेकिन धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण नहीं आने देगा, ये बड़ी स्ट्रांग लाइन है. आप ये आज से नहीं कह रहे हैं. आपने गुजरात के सीएम रहते हुए भी ये चीज जग जाहिर की थी. आपको क्या खतरा दिखता है अगर धर्म के नाम पर आरक्षण आए या मुसलमानों को आरक्षण मिले? साल से यही नैरेटिव कैसे मुसलमान बार बार खरीद ले रहा है या मान ले रहा है कि मोदी आएंगे तो मुसलमान को खत्म करेंगे.
Muslim quota, fear mongering, Islamophobia, all these questions asked of the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister has a message for Muslims. It is something that he hasn't spoken before. So catch that response at 9 p.m. But Karan, what do you make of what you've seen so far?
You know, Pranesh, one thing is, you know, you talk all sugar and honey and you do nothing. You do zilch. That is what has happened with the minorities for far too many years. And you can check all socio-economic indicators for that. You check, for example, the per capita income of Muslims in Gujarat, which was under Narendra Modi for 10 years as chief minister, and the per capita income of Muslims in West Bengal. It is half of what it is in Gujarat. Mr. Modi has delivered for all, and especially for minorities and particularly the Muslims. Unlike Manmohan Singh, he doesn't say minorities, particularly Muslims, have the first right, but he makes sure that 36% of the beneficiaries of all his flagship schemes, whether it is Ujjwala Yojana, whether it is Kisan Samman Nidhi or Awas, happen to be Muslims. He ensures that more Muslims get scholarships in these 10 years. 2.7 crore versus 2.33 crore in the 10 years of the Manmohan Singh government. He ensures that Muslims get housing, get skilling. Muslims have jumped up from 20,000 to 2 million. So here is a man who walks the talk instead of appeasing. And I think the new India wants this. They want delivery. They don't want sugar-coated words where you use them as vote banks. As Mamata Banerjee said, ये तो दूध देती हुई गाय है जो कभी-कभार लात मारे तो भी ठीक है. I mean, is this the politics we want to go down to? I think the Prime Minister has talked about delivery, and this is what this election is all about. This is about Modi coming forward and saying, this is my guarantee, this is what I've delivered. People have gone and moved on from those sugar-coated words where you did nothing and used them as vote banks. I think Muslims also have come of age and understood that they too want to enjoy the fruits of development rather than be just used as vote banks and rather than just be used as someone who hates Sanatan or...
Gee, when the Prime Minister says, that's a good point, and you know, it features prominently in the conversation. We will all see at 9 p.m. the response. And what the Prime Minister has said, like I said, at the cost of repeating myself, viewers, the Prime Minister has a message for the Muslim community. Something is never spoken before. So please watch that. Vivek ji, when the Prime Minister says that opposition ने vote bank compulsions के लिए मुसलमानों का हमेशा इस्तेमाल किया है, उनके विकास के लिए कुछ नहीं किया. Is the charge misplaced?
You know, Pranesh, so right now Sanjuji was saying that it's the same Narendra Modi who went to the mosque in Indonesia, the same Narendra Modi who went to the mosque in the UAE. Yes, we know it. He did go, but it is the same Narendra Modi who talked about Shamshan and Kabristan. It is the same Narendra Modi who talked about Assi Bees. It is the same Narendra Modi who talked about Eid and Diwali. It is the same Narendra Modi who said कि मैं लोगों को तो कपड़ों से पहचान लेता हूँ. It's the same Narendra Modi who said कि शहीदों के नाम पे मुझे वोट दे दो. So these type of things, these dual standards are not going to work now. And we have seen it in the last two phases. Because India is going to vote for the third phase tomorrow.
Okay. Which is
these
why
things are not going to work. People are not going to vote you.
These are not poll issues. The bid to divide won't work. Sanju Verma responding to what you said.
Whatever you
Sanju Verma is responding.
I don't want to be heckled.
People are going to vote.
Pranesh, I did not heckle Vivek.
No, one person speaks, faders down. Yes.
Thank you. Pranesh, taking off from what Karan said, I would like to be more specific. 31% of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana for minorities, especially Muslims. 33% of PM Kisan for minorities, especially Muslims. 34% of Ayushman Bharat for minorities, especially Muslims. 36% of PM Ujjwala Yojana for minorities, especially Muslims. 37% of Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana for minorities, especially Muslims. In Narendra Modi's first term, almost 4 crore minority young men and women, including Muslims, were given scholarships. In his second term, close to 6 crore young men and women from all minorities, including Muslims, have been given scholarships. Do you know that the biggest beneficiaries of Hunar Haat are Muslims? Do you know something that in the last 2 years alone, more than 9,000 women, I'm not even talking of men, have visited and done their Hajj without a male accomplice called Mehram? Do you know something? That it was in 2019 that instant triple talaq was made illegal by Narendra Modi, and prior to us, 52 Islamic nations had already declared instant triple talaq illegal. But Congress ne kya kaha? No. By making instant triple talaq illegal, Prime Minister Modi is encroaching on the personal laws of Muslims. अरे भाई साहब, कौन सा पर्सनल लॉ? ये कंट्री क्या शरिया से चलेगी? यहाँ पर संविधान सर्वोपरि है. तो इसलिए यदि किसी ने मुसलमानों का नाजायज फायदा उठाया है वोट बैंक पॉलिटिक्स के लिए, this is not Sanju Verma saying, this is Rajinder Sachar Committee of 2006 which clearly said that for the the longest time under the Congress government, 93% of Muslims did not have access to basic sanitation, health, electricity, housing, etc. And today, जब प्रधानमंत्री मोदी उत्तर प्रदेश में हर महीने 15 करोड़ लोगों को मुफ्त का राशन देते हैं, उसमें मुसलमान भी शामिल हैं. जब प्रधानमंत्री हर महीने
Okay, let's see what the Prime Minister says. The questions, like I said, have all been asked. In fact, there's also a reminder that it is coming up at 9 p.m. The Prime Minister has tweeted. Mr. Meka, Vivek ji, Karan, Sanju Verma, I thank all of you, and please do tune in at 9 p.m. to watch that interaction. That will really alter the election discourse. With that, we're taking a short break.